They want that first place where you're gonna have to prize it from his cold, dead hands. Squashed with a chance now, and he's able to close it down.
Four Thrives finished second in the group stage, going directly into the grand finals, and eventually securing 7th place in the world.
Last year, PMWC taught us to be more aggressive and more consistent to win this championship.
Their journey began at the PMGO Season 1.
哎妈，抓你，哎，我也没啥的。
I agree, and I also want to point out Fury as well as another team that I want to see step up a little bit. They're doing better, but it's just not the same. It was a very weird push around from Silence to be coming over into that vehicle, moving away from his team just as they're getting pushed and trying to come back for a distraction thing, but really the better option would have been an off angle. We should have seen Silence able to have an off angle play and then try and help his teammates. In the way he kind of abandoned them, that's what it felt like, and so I want to see that sort of tactic being shaped up a little bit to actually help them, not hinder them.
I want to say though, looking at the end of this game, especially with the replay, it's 7-2-1. Sure, don't get themselves vision from all as they tried to leave their compound. Pretty much the entirety of this game was very impressive. So 7-2-1, despite not getting a win.
ကိုဗီတောင်နဲ့ဝိုင်းကြနေတာဒါပေါ့မြန်မာအတင်းပြမှာပေါ့
Yes, we're looking at the overall ranking.
ကိုမြန်မာနိုင်ငံအတင်းဆော့တာမပြပဲကျွန်တော်ဗာပြဟုတ်တယ်လေညီမ best work ကအဲ့ဒါချင်းပြရမှာလေအရင်ကိုဒီမှာရောင်းနေကြမလားညီမအဲ့ဒါလှုပ်ထုံးလုံးကြီးတိမှာပါ
Is none other than Furia in RRQ.
Yeah, very
မသိဘူးဒီနေ့မှညီမနာမည်ပြောင်းသွားလို့တွေးလားတွေ့လားဟုတ်လားအဲ့လိုဟိုနေ့ကကြတော့ KNK လို့တွေ့လိုက်တာ
easy for them to hold it because no one even tried to contest it.
အဲ့လိုအဲ့လိုခဏတော့ဗာချင်းလာအောင်မယ်ဝင်းဝတရှင်က copyright ရှိတယ်ဗျာရှင်းသားလို့တော့မရအောင်
Then the circle had a different plan in mind, which is forcing them down.
ဗရဏီပါဗရဏီပုံလုံးတုံတုံတုံတုံတုံတုံတုံတုံတုံ
Miramar in particular, I need to see some RQ presence.
Yeah, we need to see some RQ actually. They ended up doing a cool rotation.
တစ်ချက်နားထောင်ကြည့်ရအောင်အဲ့ဒါဘယ်နားလဲမသိ
Where they ended up going south. It seemed like they were going to be a bit too passive, but then we saw the aggressiveness out of them, and I'm loving that they were getting more from PUBG.
ဩ
Gotta close it. How's your day going?
copyright ရှိရလေ
Oh, hey, that's what's
happy ဟာပါ copyright
tell you what, though, I've got to say, a team to look out for today is GOAT Team. They're one of those teams that will consistently be putting up numbers in every single game. There's nothing.
ฮัลโหลเสียเอา
Always just keep putting up numbers, though.
But they've only got 3 places.
对啦
More eliminations are good, but I want to see more like top 5 finishes. If they do that, Barney, agreed, they are a very.
โอ้กูစိတ်ခံလာကြလို့ပဲနင်းနဲ့ကြောင်းလေးဟဟလားวันจะมาก้องลบอีกยองเนาะโอเคကျွန်တော်တစ်ချက်ပြလိုက်မယ်နော်ပြီးရင်ကိုပြောလိုက်မယ်နော်မဲအဲ့ဒီကต้องสิหลังเนาะ
I mean, just survive with the minimum you can have, you know?
Surviving with the minimum, that's interesting. Okay, Luti, I'd like to ask you, how long do you think you'd be able to survive, like, on this?
เนี่ยจะได้รู้เนี่ยနိုင်ယူလို့ရင်းတော့သူကဒီလိုမလုပ်တာဘယ်လိုနိုင်ယူလို့ရရှိပဲအဲ့ဒါညံ့ကြမယ်နော်ဒီလိုနော်သူကြီးသွား
ခဏကြည့်ရရတယ်ဒီမှာနော်ဒီမှာဒီဖောက်ပြီးတစ်ချက်လာပြင်ပြီနော်ဒီငါဒီဝဲရှိရင်ဝဲဒီကငါကျိုးလာပြီးတော့အများကြီးပဲရရေးချက်ထုတ်တော့ပါ305မိနစ်တော့
Look at it, top 6. It's top 6 that move on. Everybody else is going home here. So right now that cutoff is going to be GOAT with 22 points. It's going to be really up.
ချက်ထုတ်ဝိုင်းပြတ်ပါလေကအားကြည့်လို့ပဲကြည့်တယ်ပဲရတို့ဝိုင်းကြီး ဟုတ်တယ် bro လိုက်ပြီးမှဆော့မှာပန်းအောင်လေးနဲ့ကိုပြီးရဲ့အနီတဲ့တယ်ဘာတော့ဘာရီတုံးပြောကြအောင်ဟာဘာကြီးတက်တာလေးဖြစ်လူဖြစ်တယ်ရထစ်နေပြီလောက်ကြပါဦးအင်ကိုလိုက်လွှဲမှများတော့လာထစ်လူဖြစ်တာ
so they do have to shove through quite a
This is kind of it's good to see a more normalish circle here about time.
Well, actually,
you know?
Yeah,
it's about time we actually see here. So I think these teams are kind of breathing a sigh of relief.
မီလူတဲ့နာမည်တိုက်တယ်နေနော်တိုက်တယ်မီလူဟုတ်တယ်ဗျာလှုပ်ရှားနေပြီငါတို့ YG ကအဆင့်ဘယ်လောက်လဲအဆင့်8နော်18အမှတ်18မှတ်နဲ့ okay နေတယ်ဟုတ်ပြီဗျာ YG ဆက်တက်မလားလစ်သွားမလားဆိုတော့ဆက်ဆောင်ကြည့်အောင်ဖြစ်ပါတယ်။ဒါနဲ့ငါအကောင့်ရောင်းရင်းဝယ်ရင်းနဲ့ကြည့်ရတာငါဘွားသူများနဲ့မတူဘူး။
But a team at the top can do it as well. So I think if you have the opportunity, like a normal circle here, you got to take advantage of it.
You do. I think right now is an easy time to be going for something a little bit more casual, a little bit more chilled out. For Wolves, hey, you're not their biggest fan at the moment, which is totally understandable. It's understandable.
မင်းထဲမှန်းကြည့်ပါဦးငါကြည့်ကျင်လို့မင်းမှန်လာတက်လာလို့ငါကြည့်မှာဟုတ်က join one ရေး
as time goes on with those
join one ရှိသေးလား join one ရှိသေးလား
experience, you don't have that idea of how to play that at a lobby this level. You are going to get caught out, but this is a big chance now for Wolves. If they go out pretty early here, I think we can safely say to ourselves, it's not likely happening over the next couple of days because this is a big chance for them.
Yeah, it really is.
ရတယ် okay မဟုတ်ဒီမှာကိုမမတက်မှာဆိုလို့ကိုမဖတ်ပေးနေတယ်ဖြူရီယာတွေနော်အဖြူရီယာအသေးဆိုငါမကြိုက်ဘူးဗျာဘာလို့လဲဟိုးစီးရကိုပစ်တယ်အဲ့ကောင်တွေအတင်းဘာမှမသိဘူးတအားရုပ်ပေါက်ကြီးရှိတယ် okay ပြောတာ
I was looking at some of these team names and I was like, this is a EWC champions here. We have our PMMI champions here, right? It's like, and then it's like Champ City. You got Tianba who almost won PMMI, and so many other.
ဘရိုတွေကိုကြည့်လိုက်လို့ရှိရင်အဲ့ကားတွေရမ်းစီးရနော်ဘရိုတွေက
here at this stage, and
ပုံနေကွာရမ်းကြည့်ရကြည်လေးကြည့်ချင်တော့ပါဆိုလိုင်းရတယ်မကောင်းလားမသိကြည့်ညုံက BBN ခံထားမိရလားမသိ
in the group stage, my heart. I mean, thank goodness Baton hit the most ridiculous like head.
YG စီးကလာကားရဲ့ပစ္စည်းတွေတော့လာမနေပြီဘာတွေမမလဲဘာတွေကြည့်မလဲ
Literally, like it's evened out, but if they don't make it to finals here, it's going right back down.
YG ကိုပဲထားပြီးလို့ရရင်ကောင်းမယ်နော်ကြည့်ရ YG ပဲကြည့်ချင်ကျန်တဲ့တူစားကောင်တွေမကြည့်ချင်
There's been some good moments. I think if we'll take anything away from this event, it's definitely team cohesion.
Sure.
I think individually all these players are like fairly.
ကားရှိမှအစင်မြအေးပရိုတွေကြောက်လေကားတွေပါအဲ့လိုမျိုးသားသုံးတာငါတို့ကောင်တွေကြောက်လေတွေ့တာနော်လမ်းချောင်းနေခြေချင်းချောင်းနေကြာအာငါတို့နဲ့ပရိုတွေနဲ့မတူဘူးနော်ငါတို့ကပိုကျန်းတယ်အလေ
Very cool, by the way. But yeah, I do think because the circles were so insane over towards groups, yeah, some teams were able to get in that maybe wouldn't have been able to before. But you got to look back on the circles, and I think there was a lot of deserved wins, honestly.
Oh, sure.
I think it was just hard. It was a very, very competitive current lobby at the moment. This is a very fun survival stage. This doesn't feel like we're really just calling the necessary amount of teams. It's like we're going to say goodbye.
ကျွန်မငွေလွှဲမယ်နာမည်ပေးထားအောင်လေပြောအဲ့ဘယ်စီပြောထားအောင်ပြန်ပြောပြအောင်
Through to the finals. We still got one more day left, though. Okay, I don't have to shed any tears just.
ညီမဒီနေ့ဖောက်ပြီးတစ်ချက်လာပြောပြီးနော်
It's definitely a good opportunity for these teams to get.
ဟယ်လိုကျမ်းမာရေးရပါတဲ့အေးဟုတ်ပါလမ်းလျှောက်ရကျမ်းမာရေးရဟယ်လိုအေးပြောပါတော့
Is because in the group stage.
အေးဘယ်သူလို့
We're okay. You know, we saw just something special that just made.
ဟာမဘလို့ပါဘူးဟက်ကောင်ရဲ့ဩငါဖေးဖို့လောကြနေလို့မင်းမကြီးရောဩကြာပေါ့လောကြတာ9ရက်နေ့ရပြန်ဝင်တာလောကြသွားလို့ခွေးတွေဖြစ်လို့ဒီမှာထိုင်နေရတာ
What do you guys think about my
မင်းဘယ်သူ
performance? And the answer was always what the, and then you just fill in the blank.
ဘယ်သူမှမဘလို့ဘူးငါလက်ခွေးငါပဲဘလို့ခံတာမြဲတယ်
Like I don't know what to even say to it, and I mean you really can't say much.
No, you can't. Well, I think for Vitality's performance, it was one of those things where.
ဘယ်သူတော့ဘာတော့ဘယ်ကောက်တော့ဘာမင်းရှုပ်ချက်ကမင်းဘယ်သူမှလည်းမသိ
That's essentially what it is. I think they.
အေးမဟုတ်ဘယ်သူတော့နာမည်ပြောပါသိကျင်လို့
In terms of like what they did.
အော်အေးအဲ့လိုဆိုသိပြီလေအော်သိပြီအဲ့ဒီဖုန်းနံပါတ်နဲ့ဘိုင်ဘာရှိရလေဗရာသာလာခဲ့လိုက်ကျွန်တော်အခုဘလို့ကျွန်တော်ဘလော့တာမဟုတ်ဘူးဘလို့တာမဟုတ်ဘူးကျွန်တော်စာပို့တဲ့ခါမှာအဝါကြီးမလားစာမဝင်တော့မလားပြီးတော့အကောင်ကြီးကဖြူနေမလားဖြူသေးလားဖြူနေပြီလားဟုတ်လားအေးဖြူနေကျွန်တော်ချင်းနေမကောင်းမဟုတ်ငါပုံလေးပေါ်သေးရဲ့ချင်းနေကောင်းသေးရဲ့ဟလာအေး shop or lick อ๋อဒီပေါ်ဘာမှပြပါအောင်နောက်တစ်အကောင့်တစ်ခုဖွင့်ပြီးတော့လာမှာပေါ့ AC ပါမင်းရတယ်ဟယ်လို မေးတော့မ AC ကိုမြင်တည်တဲ့အတိုင်းပဲပြဿနာရှိထားပါတော့အကေတာလာဘိုင်ဘာလာခဲ့လိုက်နော်ငါတစ်ချက်ပြပေးငါတစ်ချက်စစ်ပြီးယူလို့ရရင်ယူပေးမယ်နော်အဲ့လိုအကောင့်တွေကတော့တော်တော်များနေရငါမဟုတ် email တွေမရှိတော့ဘူးဟိုနေ့က monetization အောင်တာအကောင့်20လောက်ရောင်းထားတာအဲ့20လုံးကတယောက်မှပြန်မလဲထားပြီးတော့မဖြုတ်ပေးဘူး email တွေကိုအဲ့ကြောင်ပြောက်နေဟုတ်တယ် Okay ကျေးဇူးတူတောင်ဘလော့သွားတယ်ရှိသေးကျွမ်းတော့ကဲဘယ်ရောက်ငါတို့ YG ပဲမှာတော့ဟာ YG မတွေ့တော့ဟုတ်မှာအစင်9ရောက်သွားပြန်ပြီ YG ကဟောတခါတည်းအမက်ကတန်းပြတာပဲနော်တမတ်တက်သွားတယ်ဟိုကောင်တွေကအပေါ်ရောက်သွားတယ်တမတ်ထဲနဲ့ကောက်တက်သွားတာဟာအာဂျူရီရောအာဂျူရီလည်းတော်တော်ဂိမ်းစောနိုင်တဲ့ကောင်တွေပဲ
and down towards the south. There's some very key compounds, some very key areas of the map you want to take control of around these trees.
Concept.
From watching groups, these players and these teams are not afraid to get stuck in for strong.
Bro, I am a bit delayed, brother.
A lot of players quite quickly. 721 GS.
But what are the carrier chain? Yeah, the soldier. A car on the pad. The moment don't hear. I don't mind chain. Yeah, I see.
Shots over towards Tiamba. They do lose one player because of that. But yeah, everyone wants a strong spot inside the circle. It's just amused me that Tiamba's taking a lot of damage. They're currently playing around Pachinki. I don't think they expected players to be up towards Church right now, taking shots off of this one. But fair enough to Geeke. It's a good, well-laid trap.
Yeah, they're going to hold this spot for as long as they possibly can. Oh, Marnet getting popped on the roof there. And he's going to go ahead and get back to safety. Fight timing is what it's all about here at this stage, especially in the survival.
Brother, လောချထားရယူလို့ရဘူးလေ brother.
Engagement's just a little too early on rotation. Boom, you're getting third partied, fourth partied by all these teams that are just desperately.
ညီမသူကလေ line ဝင်ခြင်းလို့တာအခုဝင်မလားအခုဝင်ချိန်ပြီးမှမြင်အခုချိန်ပြော
Unless you don't
အေးဟုတ်ပြီ
finish it out like really quick. But it just goes to show you.
နှစ်ယောက်ဝင်ဖြစ်မှာဆိုလို့ဟိုကမဝင်ခိုင်းတယ်နော်ဟိုဘက်က line ကိုမတက်ဘူး
Finally a like normalish zone, right? It's like
I want the best spot.
Yeah,
I want the best spot right now.
Best spot. Yeah, not second best, the best.
Yeah, you sort of know how to play these circles. They're not awkward. They're not like split-second decisions. These teams have studied for this type of thing. But yeah, heading down towards the south side, it does feel a bit rough. For Alpha 7, they're currently trying to play off the back of the high ground, the south towards the eastern side of Quarry. But they have since left. Obscure still left behind, quite far away. But we will get our next circle coming in through soon. Where does it head up here, Jukes?
Oh, I think we just go dead center. Oh, okay, we go a little bit up on the northern side. Okay, we got.
အဲ့ကျတော့ကျွန်တော်ပြောပြတာ password ချိန်လို့ရတာ3ရက်နဲ့ချိန်လို့ရသွားပြီးတော့အဲ့ account ချိန်လို့ရတာတစ်ပတ်လောက်ကြီးပြန်ဆောင်နေရတာမသိဘူးငါတို့ YG ပဲရောက်သွားအဆင့်9ပဲ YG 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 ကတော့အဆင့်9ပါဗျာခုဆိုရင်တော့ကျွန်တော်တို့ YG ကတော့အဆင့်9နဲ့ကြိုးစားနေ125ဝင်မှာ okay မှာဆိုဘယ်လိုရိုးရောနားနဲ့နားမလဲလို့တီးရလို့ရှိရင်နည်းနည်းပါလုံးကြအောင်အေးလားမဟုတ်မဟုတ်မေးနောက်ထပ်မေးတစ်ခုပြောင်းချင်းနေချင်းကြီးရောမေးတွေကအဲ့လိုမျိုးတချို့မေးတွေကမရရလည်းရှိတယ်
Yeah, they switched out the papers. Yeah, that's the worst. That is the worst.
I spent hours studying these certain maps, certain these.
ဘန်သမားကအဆင်မပြေဘူးဆိုတာ तू ကအဲ့လိုမျိုးအမြဲတမ်း line ပေါ်မှာမရှိနေဘူး तू ကဟိုဘယ်လိုရမလဲ line မကောင်းတဲ့နေရာတွေမှာနေရတဲ့လူတွေမလို့ Hello brother ရေ line နဲ့တစ်ချက်ပြောပြပါဦးဘန်လေးချိတ်ချင်လို့ပါ
ကိုကျော်ဘာဖြစ်လို့လဲကိုကျော်တော့ချတာမဟုတ်လေကိုကျော်ကျွန်တော်ဒီအုံးကြီးမိချင်းထားတာအုံးကြီးမိပဲထားတာကိုကျော်ဒီတိုင်းတင်လို့ရဟိုလိုဗာလေကျွန်တော်တို့ဒီလိုဘွားတင်မထားဘူးလေကိုကျော်
ဟုတ် brother လောချတာတဲ့ဗီဒီယိုတွေပြန်ဖွင့်လိုက်ရင် monetization ပြုတ်ကြမှာအဲ့ဒါကြောင့်မလို့ဒါမှမဟုတ်လို့ရှိရင်လည်းဖြတ်လိုက်လို့ရှိရင်လည်း monetization ပြုတ်ကြတတ်တယ်အဲ့ဒါကြောင့်ပါတယ်နှာခေါင်းသွေးယူရတာနှာခေါင်းသွေးယူရလား ကြည့်နေကောင်နေရှိရရှိသေးလားမသိ2 watching နဲ့3 watching နဲ့ကိုလူတွေရှိသေးဟာကြည့်နေလို့ရှိသေးဟလားစော့ဒီရလားနာမည်က
ကျွန်တော်ဟိုတလောကတကောကိုကျော်ကျွန်တော်အဲ့လိုပဲဖြတ်တာဘာမှမဖြစ်ဘူးကိုကျော်ကိုကြည့်အောင်တော့မဲတည်း
အေးလေအဲ့ဒါတော့ငါပြောရမယ် view များဆုံးနှစ်ပုတ်ကွယ်လို့ဂျန်နာရီကုန်ဖြတ်ပြီးရောင်းလေဗလာသားရဲ့ပတ်ထန်ရောက်လာပြီဟုတ်
Once they saw that northern shift, they hugged that circle all the way up to the top. So they're going to be taking the blues up here.
Hello. Oh, boost ထိုးကျင်လို့လားဗျာ
Very OG from them. But man, what's going on with them in their end games right now? They've just been
ပတ်ထန်ရောက်လာဆိုပလိန်ကြီးလာပြီးတော့ဘာပြောမှမသိဘူး
decent fights, but even in the last game or this game before, we saw, Carrillo, Revel driving, hitting these crazy shots out of the car. I feel like if they just kind of go back to the basics, see them really perform to their maximum level.
It sort of used to feel like teams would avoid Alpha 7. Like that's a team you didn't really want to
fall
into. And I think for especially Miramar, a lot of times
10နိုင်59ဟာဟိုမနေ့ကင်းတော့လွှဲထားတဲ့ဟာကြီးမင်းကြီး
Alpha 7 is not in a terrible spot. They do control the majority of that northern side. They will regroup on this one, trying to hold out teams, trying to swing around. But yeah, I don't think we've seen much time in the past like Revo and Carrillo just dry pushing.
Okay, အဲ့ဒါဘာလေးလုပ်ချင်တာလဲမသိပြောပြပါဦးနော်
towards a location. Felt like a bit of a desperation move, so we'll wait and see. Again, as we know,
join ဘွဲဆော့မှာလား join ဘွဲဆော့မှာလားဘယ်ချင်းဆော့မှာ
some new tactics in right now to make it work
ကိုရပြီလား TikTok အကောင့်ဟိုပါဗာလေ KB အကောင့်ရပြီလား
maybe if you're ahead by 100 points then you can go and try whatever the heck you want but right now it's just making sure you make it into that top 6 with this circle though the crowd is starting to get hyped because they know that this is a beautiful zone for them
ဒီမှာအကောင့်ရပြီဆိုတော့ねဒါ video ဖြစ်နာမည်ချင်းကိုပုံနေပြောင်းပြီးတန်းသုံးရမယ်เนาะမသုံးမဲနဲ့အကြကြီးမထားရအောင်เนาะအဲ့လိုမျိုးလုံးမယ်လုံးနိုင်တယ်ဆိုမှဝယ်ပါဗျာเนาะကျွန်တော်တို့ YG ကတော့၄ယောက်ရှင်ပြီးတော့အဆင့်6မှာပဲနေတော့ဖြော်တယ် YG ကစမိုင်းတော့သွားပြီးအောင်ရေးလောက်ကြအောင်ကိုစမိုင်းတော့သွားပြီတင်းလီဒါကြီးငါတို့လီဒါကြီးเนาะ
So for them, they're like, okay, there's going to be some teams probably rotating out from Pachinki here, or at least trying to wrap around on that eastern edge. We sort of know that a team will be holding the compound over towards our southwest side, which is.
ရဟိုကောင်မရှိတော့လားရ join အမေဆော့မှာလားအမေနဲ့လည်းမဖြစ်ဘူး
ချဲကောက်ထားလိုက်တာကိုကျော်ကြီးဒီကောလဖိုင်မထင်ရမလားကိုကျော်အဲ့လိုလား
ဟုတ်တယ် brother အဲ့ဟိုကျွန်တော်ကဗီဒီယို view များဆုံးနှစ်ပုတ်ချန်ပြီးတော့ channel ကြီးဖြတ်ပြီးတော့လာရောင်းနေဆိုကျွန်တော်ကြည့်လိုက်လေဆိုရင် Discord လည်းပါတယ်မထင်ရတယ်လေ easy ပဲဟိုကျန်းတာဗောလို့ go 477နဲ့ကျူကုန်းနဲ့အီးနဲ့တွေ့ကုန်ပြီဟိုကြည့်လို့ကောင်းကြပဲ၄ယောက်เนาะဗတ်တယ်နှစ်ကောင်တော့နော့နေပြီကဲကိုကနှစ်ကောင်တော့နှစ်ကောင်ပဲကျန်တော့တယ်ကိုကတော့တခါတည်းပါခေါ်တယ်ဗျာเนาะအေးအီးရတကောင်တော့နော့ကျသွားပြီကိုကတကောင်လေးနော့သွားပြီဗျာเนาะကဲကိုကနောက်ဆုံးတစ်ယောက်ပဲကျန်တော့တယ်ရတဲ့လောက်တော့အပါခေါ်မယ်ဆိုတဲ့အနေထားနဲ့ပဲကိုဘက်ကလည်းပြန်ပြီးတော့ပါခေါ်ဖို့တော့ကြိုးစားနေတယ်ဗျကိုနောက်ဆုံးတော့ကိုကတော့ဂုတ်သွားပြီဗျာเนาะဘုံတစ်လုံးနဲ့ပဲအီးရဲ့ဘုံတစ်လုံးစားပြီးတော့လစ်သွားပြီကဲအီးရတော့မှတ်တွေဆက်တက်နေပြီငါတို့ရဲ့ YG ရတဲ့စမိုင်းတယောက်ပါသွားတယ်ကွာเนาะဒီကောင်တွေကဘယ်လိုတွေလောက်သွားလဲတော့မသိဘူးဟဲ့နားလေ
ဟောအဲ့ဒါဆိုရင်သူ့ကို live မြင်ခိုင်းလိုက်တော့မယ်
towards the eastern side, we had a very eastern playing path to start this off, so they just have a lovely amount of room at the moment. This is beautiful stuff for them.
Beautiful indeed, yeah, so that west side is clear for E-Arena. They're looking to get some of their aura back after losing it in the group stage. Wolves, though, there we go, starting to make some noise. Nexo does pop on up. This is the blessing that Alpha 7 have been waiting for. Honestly, this is no excuse at this point. A7 need to hunt down a double-digit elimination win here. Let's see if that's something that they can close down. On the side of Pachinki, we got Fudia, though. Ayala up close and personal with AGAL. And the side of Wolves. This is outside the circle. They need to finish this fight fast. Beautiful Molotov. And now AGAL forced to spread thin. But when is Fudia going to make this push? They are hurt really bad, and they got to get it done quickly.
Great scatter, though, coming from MagZZ as well as Flower H. Both went
အဲ့ဒါဆိုရင်
လွှင့်ခိုင်းလိုက်တော့အဲ့ဟိုမနေ့ပိုင်းကြီးလာချိန်ပြပါလားအဲ့ဒီဟာပတ်စံထုတ်ဖို့ဆိုဒါနဲ့အခုမှတတိရတယ်နေအောင်အဲ့ TikTok ဘက်ကအဲ့ like ကနေပတ်စံထုတ်မယ်ဆိုသူက limit ရှိတယ်တရက်ကို$100အများဆုံးပဲထုတ်လို့ရရှိရဟုတ်တယ်သူထုတ်နေကြဆိုလို့ရှိရင်တော့တဖြည်းဖြည်းနဲ့တိုးပေးသွားတယ်တိုးထုတ်လို့ရတယ်ဟုတ်ကဲ့ပုတ်လေးလားအခုအမှန်ကြီးပြထားတဲ့ပုတ်ကလေးကိုထိုးမှလားဟုတ်ကဲ့ကျွန်တော်ထိုးပေးမယ်နော် Okay ကျွန်တော်9000ပို့ထည့်ပေးလိုက်မယ်နော်17နဲ့လုပ်ပေးလိုက်မယ်နော်
They're trying to reach for something. For Alpha 7 though, they have a wonderful spot on the map right now. So much space. The entirety of the northern side. They control half the circle here, Dukes. They have to do something big with this. Last game, they were given a ton amount of space on Erangel. Didn't bother trying to clear the south side. They're very hesitant in their approach there. Again, they seem to be only looking over towards the east. I would have loved to see a western rollout here from one of their players. Get the lineup, see how much space they can take and what they're working with going into the future. As long as they have info, they should be good because info at this point is king.
Yes, it is. And Carrillo's going to go ahead and really trying to put his king status on. That man has worn plenty of crowns so far, and they're going to go ahead and punish A7 over there by that tractor. So yeah, A7 completely spreading their wings, and now they're starting to get aggressive, right? They're not just hanging back on the north side. They are getting up close and personal, looking to soak up some of these eliminations. Furia on the drive, full squad in the vehicle, moving up little by little. KRX is badly hurt here.
YG ကတော့အဆင့်7ဖြစ်နေပြီ YG
Very, very slim peaks, punishing Furia.
Tiamba know the position they're in. They want to clear out as much as possible. They've caused some casualties right now. AJL, big task ahead of them over towards KRX. Looks like a fairly decently placed grenade. Goes damage it did there. Oxy, that's rough.
လူပြောမကြားရအောင်
Very useful. But Alpha 7 will do the rest of the job. Squeeze out. Extremely long shot here. But this is the thing. Alpha 7, they have this Norman's heart. They should absolutely just win this game. It's like one of the freest games I've seen in a while. But it's annoying because, right, you give Alpha 7 a game like this, you know they should win. And you know they probably will win as well, Jude.
They have to win. It's not even just they will, right? They have to win this. If they lose this,
ညီမရေအခုဟိုပူထိုးခိုင်းထားသေးလားလို့
everybody that believes in this team. We saw a picture of the crowd right there. They're dancing already. They're jumping. They're already doing the victory lap because they know this one is in the bag. So this is A7's game to lose. Let's see how it all ends up, though. As we look over here towards Slaughterhouse.
ဟုတ်ကဲ့ပါဟိုဟာတခုရှိတာလေဟိုအမားတို့ဘက်ကကြောက်ရလေလေဟိုဟာအမှန်ကြီးလေးချစ်ဖို့တိုင်လေနေရမျိုးရွာလေနေရမျိုးဖြစ်တယ်ဆိုရင်ကျွန်တော်တို့ကလည်းလုပ်ပေးရကြတာလေအားကြောင့်
Able to quickly get some shots off. Alpha 7 though continuing to try and wrap round. They're probably waiting for the circle to pull in from that northern edge. They don't want anyone wrapping on their north side. They'd rather keep everyone on the southern edge towards them, and they can just play full 180 broadside, which is so much easier than trying to deal with snakes in the grass in the late game.
All out A7 has to do is just play old school PUBG Mobile.
Pretty much,
literally,
yeah.
just
very old
school, tried and true. Nothing needed to be done here special. No crazy drives, trying to shoot people out the vehicle. No kind of wild little highlight reel plays. Just work together as a team. That's where Alpha 7 has been so strong. They've been a squad to where, like, if you knock a player, they feel almost impossible to take out. It's like they get 10 times angrier, and we haven't seen that so much in a while, actually. So let's see if they can...
Reject ရေမရဘူးကိုမတရီယာ
Rebel going up a little bit here, trying to find some angles on the Mormon on the tractor. And Mormon hits the deck immediately.
ညီမဟိုTikTok ကတော့ယူမယ်ဆိုရင်ရရနော်လုပ်ပြင်မယ်နော်အခုလေးတွေ boost ထိုးပြတာလေအဲ့ဒီကောင်ကလေအဲ့လိုမျိုးဗီဒီယိုကြီးတင်ထားတဲ့အတွက်ကြောင့်မလို့သူတို့ဘက်က boost ပေးပြီးမထိုးပါဘူးပြနော်အခုဆိုရင်အဲ့မှာ boost က reject ဖြစ်ပြီးပယ်ချခံရပါတယ် တွင်းYG ကျန်နေတဲ့တယောက်တည်းနဲ့တက်ပြီးကျန်နေတဲ့ Romeo အိုးညို Romeo ဘုံနေနဲ့ကျဲပြီးတော့အပြတ်ဖြတ်ဖို့တော့ကြိုးစားနေတယ်ဒါပေမဲ့အပြတ်ကမပြတ်သွားပါဘူး
ကိုကျော်ရပြီနော်ဝင်ကြည့်တာမပြပေးမယ်နိ
အခုကကျတော့ဘယ်လိုလဲတန်းကနေဖြက်တန်းကနေရောင်းဆိုတော့ဟိုတခုလေကျွန်တော်ပြောပြမယ်အဲ့ဒီအခုဟွာနားမှာချိနေလားတစ်ချက်ကြည့်ပေးပါဦးအဲ့ဒီမော်နီအောင်တဲ့နေရာမှာဝင်ကြည့်ပေးပါဟိုတချို့ဟာတွေကျတော့အဲ့လိုရက်ပိုင်းခြားတစ်ခုလောက်ရှိပြီးမှပေါ်လာတာမျိုးရှိတယ်ဗလားသားရဲ့အဲ့ကြောင့်ကြိုဖြတ်လာမှာအဲ့လိုလော့လဲချရတာကျွန်တော်တို့ကတိတ်ဘောမကြောက်အဲ့လောချတဲ့ကိစ္စကြီးတော့ဘရောကယူမယ်တဲ့နော်ယူမယ်တဲ့နော်ခဏလေးသူ KB တဲ့မလွဲသေးလို့ပြပဆိုတော့နည်းနည်းကြာမယ်ဗျ
little bit to the south here, so A7 are going to have to push up little by little, but this zone is terrible because it's pretty much all open field here. Everybody's going to be having to hug the edge, set up some car walls. Look at Tianba. They're still out of the zone. So they have to push up little by little. They have this hillside to work with. This is perfect.
ဘာမှတော့ကျွန်တော်ဆက်လုပ်ပြီးလို့ရဘူးဗျအဲ့လိုမျိုးတခြားအကောင့်တစ်ခုခုနဲ့ပဲ run တာပဲလောက်တာပဲကျွန်တော်တော့အားပေးအဲ့လိုဘယ်လိုဗီဒီယိုမို့လို့လဲဆိုတော့ TikTok ရဲ့စီမီစီကနေမညီတဲ့ဗီဒီယိုမို့လို့ပါเนาะအဲ့လိုဗီဒီယိုမျိုးကြီး TikTok မှာတင်လို့မရပါဘူးပြီးတော့ကိုဗီဒီယိုလည်းမဟုတ်ကိုပိုင်ဗီဒီယိုလည်းမဟုတ်ပါဘူးဗျအဲ့ဒါကို TikTok ဘက်ကလုံးဝလက်မခံပါဘူးဗျနော်ပြီးတော့အခုကမင်္ဂလိကိစ္စနဲ့ပတ်သက်တဲ့ဗီဒီယိုမျိုးတွေပြီးတော့ကျတော့ဒီဆေးဝါးကိုကြော်ညာတာမျိုး TikTok ဘက်ကလုံးဝကိုမကြိုက်တာပါလုံးဝလက်မခံပါဘူးဒေါက်တာတွေကစအဲ့ဒီကိစ္စတွေကိုရှောင်ရပါတယ်အဲ့လိုတချို့နာမည်ကြီးရဲ့ဆရာဝန်တွေ TikTok ပေါ်မှာ line ပေါ်မှာနာမည်ကြီးနေတဲ့ဆရာဝန်တွေဆိုရင်တော့သူတို့အဲ့ဒါမျိုးတွေနဲ့ပတ်သက်ပြီးမရေးရဲပါဘူးရေးရတယ်သူတို့ကိုလည်းအကောင့်တွေပိတ်တာမျိုးဖုတ်ချတာမျိုးဘန်တာမျိုးလုပ်တာမျိုးပေါ့နော်အဲ့ဒီမျိုးကြောင့်မလို့ပါโอเค brotherဟေးမနေ့ပိုင်းနေပဲလာချိတ်ပြီနော်ရတယ်အဲ့ဒီဟာတွေကတချို့ဟာတွေဆိုရင်တန်းထုတ်တန်းရတယ်အဲ့လိုငွေရတန်းရောက်တယ်အားကြောင့်အဲ့ဒါပြဿနာမဟုတ်ဘူးအဲ့ဒါမနေ့ခင်းပိုင်းနေလာချိတ်ပြီ तू လိုင်းတက်တဲ့နိုင်ငံနင်းကိုဖုန်းလမ်းခေါ်မယ်အဲ့နင်းလူသားတခါလိုင်းပေါ်ရှိအောင်လုပ်ပြီပြီးတော့ပထမဆုံးစထုတ်မှလားဘာလို့အရင်တော့ထုတ်နေကြရှိလားအဲ့ဒါတွေတခါမေးပြီโอเคငါဝင်ကြည့်လိုက်မယ်နော်
Forced to hit the laydown. He's going to be throwing some smokes, pushing up little by little by little. Oh, Turdy K, he's got a whole bunch of ammunition, so the Arena are set up for this one.
He's got a bag, but if Turdy K goes down first, I mean, that's a lot of util just out the window. QZZ not opting to send these nades close. I mean, I like this from Turdy K, dude. Kind of a wild maneuver. QZZ taking a lot of a bomb in the moment. More nades flowing over the top here. Another nade in the back lines over towards Schweppes. Good shot over towards Eagle. Oh. Immediately refrag. QZZ has to know we've got to start placing these names a little bit closer.
Those vehicles really protecting the side arena. That one hurt though, and that is going to be Schweppes done and dusted. Mormon done. Turny K is the one. Up close and personal. 1v1 situation with QZZ. QZZ running in the open, shimmying back and forth, trying to find the angles. Turny K with the laydown finally stands up here, and that short nade hurt him big time.
What are we doing?
QZZ that shuts him down.
I mean, come on, man. Still got
ဝိုင်းချက်တယောက်ထိချိတ်ခန်းစားမှာလားမသိနော်ဝိုင်းချက်တယောက်လေးပဲကျန်နေ
something. Make the sprays. Quick peeks around the side. QZZ. Real play from him there. GK though took advantage of that. Will swing around the side. And now Alpha 7, they have full control. What was that?
And just like that, GK are looking to win this game. Kevin moving up.
ပတ်စံကြတော့ဗာစက်လုပ်ပေးမလဲတဲ့မဟုတ်ပတ်စံပြန်အဲ့ဆိုလဲအမ်းပေးမယ်လေအဲ့ဒါဆိုလဲရတယ်မဟုတ်နောက်ထပ်အကောင့်တစ်ခုလုပ်ပြီးတော့ပူချိုးဖို့ပါညာလုပ်ချင်တယ်ဆိုလဲလုပ်ရတယ်အဆင်ပြေရလို့နော်ပတ်စံပဲပြန်လွှဲရမယ်ဆိုလို့ရှိရင်လည်းလွှဲရမယ်မြို့ sorry လွှဲရမယ်မြို့တော့ပြန်လွှဲရမယ် KB way အဲ့ဒါလေးတစ်ချက်ပြန်ပြောပြနော်ရှော့တို့ဝိုင်းကြီးဘာဖြစ်သွားမှန်းတော့မသိလိုက်ဝိုင်းကြီးဝိုင်းကြီးပြတ်သွားပြီဩဝိုင်းကြီးပြတ်သွားပြီနော်ဝိုင်းကြီးပြတ်သွားပြုတ်ပြီလားဝိုင်းရက်ပြုတ်ပြီလားချင်းနေဘလို့ရှိသေးတယ်မသိတော့မဟုတ်ဘူးဗျကျွန်တော်ကြော်ညာလို့မရအလားဆိုတော့အဲ့လိုမဟုတ်ဘူးဗျ TikTok ရဲ့ CMC ကနေမညီရတဲ့ TikTok ဘက်ကကျွန်တော်မှမဟုတ်ဘူးအမဘယ်သူရှိပဲအဲ့ဒါမျိုးဆိုလက်ခံမှာမဟုတ်ပါဘူးเนาะသူတို့ရဲ့ CMC ကတခုတည်းပဲဥမာလေးဗျာထားပါတော့ငုတ်တီးဆိုတဲ့စကားလုံးကို TikTok ပေါ်မှာမရေးရဘူးလို့ပြောရင်အမဘလို့လူပါပဲရေး TikTok ကဘန်းမှာပဲအဲ့လိုမျိုး
Not at all. I mean, they needed to get angry, but instead they're driving around in vehicles looking for intel, getting
โอเคโอเคငါရောင်းစမ်းမှာငါယူမယ်တကယ်ပြမနာဘူးအဒီဘီကာဘာရီမေးချိတ်တာအောင်မရတာဖုန်းနဲ့မကောင်းဒီကာရီမေးနှစ်ခုလုံးချိတ်တာအောင်မရတာဟိုရတူလိုင်းပေါ်တက်မှာကျွန်တော်ဘရိုလမ်းပြီးဖုန်းခေါ်လိုက်မယ်ဘရိုတစ်ချက်ကျွန်တော်အဲ့ဖုန်းနံပါတ်ဆက်သွယ်ရဖုန်းနံပါတ်ပြီးပေးထားလိုက်အဲ့လိုတွက်ပြီးပါမလို့ဟုတ်နေပြီဟိုကဘယ်လိုကိုလည်းမပေးပဲဆင်းသွားတာပြီးကျွန်တော် line ပေါ်မှာမရှိတော့မှတိုင်ပတ်မယ်
I think we saw sort of the issue there right at the end where Alpha 7 you got Creo as well as Revo like they're pulling off I think it was Guiza actually they're pulling off from the angle at that point in time but the difference between them and Geeke there is Geeke's taking control of the game whereas ဟိုကယူပေးရောဟိုအကြီးကိုယူပေးအောင်ဆိုမဟုတ်ဘူး so by the time they were trying to reassess and replay against Geeke they were already living on massive high flew around the side just hit some nasty shots I mean ဒါလေးဆွဲပါအောင်ဆိုနေမှာတိုင်လေးနေ350နဲ့ပါကဲ YG ကိုဆောင်းရင်းနဲ့ကျွန်တော်တို့ဘာဆက်လုပ်ကြမလဲဂိမ်းစော့ရင်းနဲ့စဘာယူပွဲကလေးလေးတေးချီဒီကိုတယ်လေးပဲပြောခြင်းနေဟဲ့ဟိုဝါကိစ္စရလေလို့နော်ဘာဂိမ်းဆိုရင်ကောင်း popular game ဒါပါကြီးတော့ဂိမ်းဆိုရင်နဲ့ကလေးလေးတေးချစ်တယ်ကိုဒါလေးပဲပြောခြင်းနေဒါလုပ်လေဘာထားတော့နင်းဟာလေအဲ့ဒါနိုင်ငံခြားလူကိုခိုင်းရမှာငါလုပ်လို့မရဘူးဟယ်လိုကြည့်နေတဲ့လူတွေကစာလေးပါရေးပါအောင်ပြင်းလို့အိတ်ရှင်တယ်အောက်လူထဲကိုကြာတာနော်ဗရာသာနော်
အခုညီမလွှဲရမယ့်ငွေအမောင့်လေးတစ်ချက်ပြောပေးပါဦးနော်
ဝါ ID တင်အောင်မလား ID တင်မှာဆို9000ထပ်ပေါင်းမယ်နော်အဲ့ဒီမှာအောက်နေလက်ခွီးမိုက်ကြီးကိုခောက်ပြီးထိုင်ပြီးတယ်လို့ဖြစ်ဒါဘယ်လိုဆော့ရမှာဝိုင်းကြီးပွဲဆော့ရင်းနေဒီမှာတော့အဲ့လိုမြို့ပတ်အဲ့လိုမိုက်တယ်ဟာလေအပင်နေခုတ်သွားတာရမိုက်တယ်သူကနည်းနည်းချင်းဒီတစီချင်းသွား မိုက်တယ်နော်တိတ်ခုတ်တဲ့ကေတိတ်ခုတ်တဲ့ကေငါရှေ့ပဲရထားရရအကြီးဖြစ်သွားရထားမိုက်တယ်နော်ဝါကြီးဝဲရမလားသေးဘူးမှာဝါကြီးဝဲမလားသေးလို့ဒါဆွဲနေထားကြီးဘာကိန်းညိုမိုက်လိုက်လားမရှင်းအီတာလေးရအ6နာရီကျော်ကြည့်တွေ့လားအမဘရိုရဲ့ဗီဒီယိုရဲ့အတက်နေလေဗျာဗလားလာဒီမှာဒါလည်းမောင်တိုင်တီရှိတော့အကျုံးဝင်သွားတယ်ဒုတိယလေးရတယ်ခုကြမှာလာမယ်စိတ်ကောက်ပြီးတော့သွားวันนี้พี่เลยก็ยูโรวีซูပြန်ပါလေကျွန်တော်တို့ကယူလို့အဆင်မပြေဘူးဆိုတာလားယူရင်တော့ဈေးပြန်ရောက်မှာစီမီစီကနေဒီတဲ့အကောင့်တခုတော့ဖွင့်ပေးမလားမဟုတ်ဘူးပြကျွန်တော်တို့ကအခုကဘယ်အကောင့်လဲနေနေစီမီစီကနေပြီးတယ်ဒါပေမဲ့ကျွန်တော်တို့ဖွင့်ပေးလိုက်တဲ့ဟာကိုအမားတို့ကပြန်သုံးမဲ့အချိန်မှာစီမီစီကနေမမြည်ဘူးဖြစ်မှာဒါကိုပြောချင်တာညီမအကောင့်ပုံနေမတွေ့ဘူးတော့ဘယ်နားမှာပြပေးအောင်ကောင့်ပုံ ကိုညိုးဆို brother ရဲ့ကျွန်တော်ပြောတာအဲ့လိုမျိုးပြမမှန်ပြောတယ်ဒီကြည့်တော့ monitor လေးချောက်မယ်ဆိုလို့ရှိရင်ဒီညလုံးတစ်ပုတ်ကိုချန်ပြီးတော့အဲ့လိုရှောက်အောင်ရှောက်တော့အောင်လို့ဆိုတော့မှဟိုလေကျန်တဲ့ဗီဒီယိုတွေအကုန်လုံးဖြတ်ပြီးတော့မှဒီကြောင်ပြီးရောင်းအဲ့လိုမျိုးတော့မှာသူရပြန်ယူအောင်တာလည်းမရဘူးအမစီးဆိုတဲ့အကြောင်းတရားကိစ္စပါဖို့မပါရတာဆရာဝန်တွေကပြီးဒေါက်တာဇာလီတို့ပါတော့မှသူတို့တော့မပြောရဘူးအလိုက်စီးနဲ့ပတ်သက်ပြောရတယ်ကန်းတာဟုတ်ဝေးလက်စလေးဒီကျွန်တော်တစ်ချက်ပုံလို့ပို့ပြီနော်အဲ့လိုဒီလိုဖြစ်တော့လည်းအဲ့ဒါကျွန်တော်ကဒီတော့ကျွန်တော်အဲ့ Discord နဲ့တပုတ်ကိုတောင်းဆော့နေသွားတာကျွန်တော်အားနာလေးတွေကျွန်တော်ပါတယ်ပြည်တယ်ဒီမှာဒါကြီးအဲ့ဒီကြီးလားဖြတ်လိုက်အဲ့ဒီကွက်တိတိဟုတ်တယ်ဒီကူးတော့လည်းမလုပ်သေးနိုင်ကြတော့နော်လူနာမလည်းငါမပြီးနေစိတ်နေရပါဒီလိုပါဘလို့ရဲအမြဲတမ်းဘလို့အကောင့်ရောင်းရလုံးကြီးကြတူကြည့်ပြီးတော့အဲ့လိုမျိုးရွာလေးတော့ကျွန်တော်ကနားသိမလေးရပါတော့ကျွန်တော်တို့ဆိုလည်းအကောင့်ရောင်းဝယ်လုံးကြီးဆိုတော့အမြဲတမ်းအဲ့လိုမျိုးကိစ္စတွေအများတက်ကြည့်တာတခါမှအဲ့လိုဖြစ်မခံဘာလို့ဆိုဈေးရရင်လည်းနေတော့အဲ့ဒါပါအခုကဘလို့လုံးပါဆိုကြည့်ရောကျွန်တော်အခုရှိတော့လို့ကျွန်တော်နားနေကောင်းနေကြတယ်အဲ့ဒါဟုတ်ကဲ့ပါဝေသွဲပြီးသွားရင်ဝေသွဲပြီးသားကြီးတာလေးကျွန်တော်ကိုပုံလေးပို့ပြီးပါအောင်အဲ့ဒါလေးပြောတာပါဗျာဒါကြောင့်မှအဲ့ဒီရှင်းရောက်တဲ့ကိစ္စကိုအဲ့လိုမျိုးတရားပြီးဒီလိုနဲ့ကိုယ့်ဘက်ကကိုယ့်ပြန်နိုင်တယ်သူထိုင်ပြီးတော့ဒါမှပြောတာအဆင်ပြေပါလိမ့်မယ်နော်ဒီရှင်းရောက်နေတယ်ပုံစံလုံးဝမဖြစ်ပါဘူးလေပြီးတော့ကရောင်းတာဝယ်တာအဲ့လိုမျိုးပစ္စည်းရောင်းတာတော့လက်မခံပါဘူးနော်ကျွန်တော်ပြောရင်ပြောတာမဟုတ်ဘူးဆိုတာကျွန်တော်ကနားမလည်တာအဲ့လိုလူကြမှာအကောင်ရောင်းဝယ်လို့နေပြီးအဲ့လိုဖြစ်တော့လေအဲ့လိုဘာလို့အဲ့လိုမလေးတာတော့ဒါမှမဟုတ်တတိယတို့ဘာလို့ဖြစ်တာလဲဘောအဲ့လိုမျိုး အဲ့ကြောင့်နှစ်လုံးရံကြည့်ကြတာကျွန်တော်တို့လည်းကဟိုဘက်ကလူချော့ရောအောင်မရောဘူးဟေးနဲဒီနေ့ကတော့မရှိဘူးလေအဲ့ကြောင့်အမပြောအဲ့ဘယ်လိုလုပ်မှာဘူးထိုးမှလာတော့မဟုတ်လို့ရှိရင်ပတ်ကြံပြန်ကြီးမှလာကောက်တူးဖွင့်မှလာပြောကျွန်တော်တို့ပို့တော့ဆိုကျွန်တော်ဘူးလက်ခံတဲ့မီးလေးရှိပါလိမ့်เนาะကျွန်တော်ပို့ပြီးတော့အဲ့ဒါလေးလုပ်ပြီးပါเนาะ咚敲完了。
Could have met those requirements. So we are getting over towards Miramar now, down from the southwest up towards the northeast. Very different battleground for a lot of our squads here, looking to switch things up, looking to get back on the map. It is roughly another 20 very, very hard. I was going to say impossible, but I don't want to be the guy that curses Tiamba. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Make it very hard for them to not get in tomorrow. For Geeke, they launched themselves towards second place. What I will say for Tiamba, what they're doing right now is being a nasty little point sponge. We have very limited points differential between a lot of our teams. Right now, RQ is sitting on 29, just 7 points behind Geeke in second place. That's 7th right now at RQ. So there's a lot of movement that can still happen. I think tomorrow's going to be a bit of a slobber knocker, but we still have 2 more matches right now to try and even things out towards the top.
Yeah, I think Tiamba, as long as they stay,
we'll see them
in the top 6 for sure.
Get sorry, YG, sorry, yeah.
Right, so there's still a lot of slots still available here.
That YG, YG အောင်မြင်ပြောလို့ရတယ်နော် ဖလားယူရဲ့နောက်ဆုံးပွဲမှာဒါကိုစော့ထားတာနေပါ
Give me the island. Give me the island. Fifth match of the day. Very awkward. Would love to see it, but it's launching a lot of teams out over towards the northwest side of the map right now. So they need to get a move on down.
Hobby.
But east side of Los Leones maybe try and take up some of that high ground early on. But honestly, I think a lot of teams are going to be looking over towards Impala and the high ground that sits over towards that northern side. Labandita, a little bit of a weird funnel for some of our teams coming on through. I do think there's going to be a slight delay here. When we hit zone 2, however, we'll get an answer. We head far over towards that eastern side. Might be interesting, might be. But as I've learned my lesson multiple times in the past, is not to get too excited.
အဲ့လိုလေးလက်ခံပေးမှเนาะကျွန်တော်တို့ boost ကတက်မှာပါဗျာเนาะ
You know what, guys? I'll tell you what.
ပထမဆုံးပူစထိုးတဲ့လူတွေကိုကျွန်တော်ပြောပြပေးမယ်เนาะဘယ်လိုလုပ်ရမလဲဆိုကျွန်တော်ပူထိုးပေးပြီးဘာလို့ပြောတဲ့အခါမှာလေဒီအောက်ပထမဆုံးပူစထိုးတဲ့လူတွေကိုကျွန်တော်ပြောပြပေးမယ်เนาะဘယ်လိုလုပ်ရမလဲဆိုကျွန်တော်ပူထိုးပေးပြီးသွားပြီလို့ပြောတဲ့အခါမှာလေဒီအောက်မှာ inbound ဆိုတာရှိတယ်ကျွန်တော်လည်းကြည့်တာဒီ inbound ကအဲ့ဒီနော်အဲ့ဒီလိုက်ပြီးွားကျွန်တော်ဒီမှာ system notification လို့ပြောတာအမဲလေးနဲ့အဲ့မှာနေ့လိုက်ပြီးွားဒီမှာနော် invite receipt ဆိုတာတွေ့လားဒီမှာနော် invite receipt နော်ပူကျော်1 to promote လို့ပေါ်နော်အဲ့ဒီနေ့လိုက်တယ်နော်
You're going to finally see Alpha 7 be able to get their
ဒီမှာတက်ဖို့နေပြီ
so they're going to get that
ဒီမှာနော်ဒီတိုင်းပဲဒီရအတိုင်းနော်365 တီးရပေါ်နေပါနော်အဲ့ဒါဒီ confirm နဲ့ဒီ confirm နဲ့
we could see them get
နော်
into
ပြီးွားရင်ကျွန်တော်ပြီးွားရင်ကျွန်တော်ပြန်ထွက်လာ
personally
နော်ဒါဆိုရင်ဒါ boost ကအတိတ်ဖြစ်သွားနော်
here because a lot is on the line here, especially when it comes to the legacy of Alpha 7 winning PMGC, not making it to a final just yet. And losing that last game had me really just and I know we literally saw Carrillo scratch his head after that one as well. So fire in this team and just be like, you know what? All right. Really get you going.
Yeah, for sure. Again, we're banging on them out a little bit right now because everyone else has talked about Max has just talked about Kale's just talked about the just talked about them. Boiled down to us saying, just be Alpha 7 guys. You guys are aggressive. You're a strong team. Great teamwork overall. Let's just see that. Let's go back to what we've seen in the past, what we know they can do. It feels like a loss of confidence almost coming through at the moment. However, that confidence will be needed by much more teams on our map right now as they do slip on through. We've got QZ with some parkour over down towards Los Leones, likely going to be eking their way over to the eastern side shortly.
One thing looking at the leaderboards right here is our top 6 are some serious names. Right already, so they're looking really good. You got Goto right below them. Young Galacticos are our previous World Cup champs from last year. All these teams below them, though, this is kind of already starting to get crunch time. You're trying to hunt down top 6. Tomorrow is going to be wild, especially in those final games, because it's no longer the bottom 3. It's pretty much almost the whole lobby's going home after this. So the desperation is going to get worse and worse and worse as time goes on. So you really don't want to wait till those last couple
of YG ရလာပြီနော် YG 4ရ
to get into that top 6. You want to get those points here now.
Exactly. ဒီနေ့အဆင့်9ပါရောက်ရှိနေပါတယ်
We are going to be getting rid of quite a few of them tomorrow. 10 teams will be tossed in there. And again, for 6 squads, they will be moving onwards to meet the other 10 that made it through from groups. But 2 days to do it.
That's right.
Still quite a bit of time to make it work, but it definitely feels like a big sprint. It doesn't help when Tiamba slices out so far towards the front of the pack at the moment. That is really, really tough for you because you don't want point sponges this early on. You'd like to differentiate yourself, and that differentiation has only come through from Kiamba, which is exactly why off one big win, Geeke can be into 2nd place as we head in towards the 5th match. Nongshim Red Force, been fairly pleased with how these guys are playing. Got to speak to some of those guys before. They're very self-critical though. this squad. Very, very self-critical. So it feels like every single game they've played, they've come off from it and basically are thinking to themselves, what can we change? What can we do different? So I feel like Nongshim should make it into the top 6 here. They seem to be a very, very dedicated team when it comes to let's change this, let's change that, let's make sure that coming into these next 2 days we have everything we need to make this work. They're also coming off the back of some momentum on that Group B. So yeah, I do have some hope for Nongshim.
Oh, I mean, yeah, I mean, we saw them be the first team to smash an international event at PMMI. It was Fudia that ended up with the most points, but ended up getting second place because Nongshim Red Force won the last game there. Oh, nice shot there from Genfos, taking out Aking from Tianba. Now, Tianba have had a great day so far, so not crazy amount of a worry, but they are going to lose that player early on.
You know, I like that. I actually like that. I think that's a smart move from Tianba. It's an unfortunate circumstance, but the right move there for Tianba was to move, right? It sounds obvious, but still, they instantly send over towards that northeast side. They can't wait around. It's a really awkward hit and a good pickup from RRQ. They're waiting for that team to exit from the warehouse. But for Tianba, they know that we can't stick around. We have to get further ahead here so we can set up for the late game. Yes, we go down to 3. Yes, it sucks, but this is the only way we can really play in.
A lot of these players want to continue to be playing here in the PUBG Mobile World Cup live here in Paris, France. You can see Genfos, RQ. Okay, they're hunting him down, right? They say, hey, you know what? We got that elimination. We have the numbers. We're in a 4-3 split here. We know it's Tianba. We want to slow them down. And RRQ are looking to do it here. Pushing up close and personal.
Turning
the tables, and he's doing this all by himself. It's the squad wipe 1v4 from Milu.
What did we just witness? In a blink of an eye, RRQ is just gone. They just wandered in and Tianba was having absolutely none of it. I'd say Tianba, it's just Milu. This guy went 1.5 miles for the rest of his squad.
Woo! That's what I'm talking about here. Said, you gonna take out my teammate? Goodbye. Oh, man.
QZZ wasn't even phased, dude. He was already taking shots at other teams.
What happened? All right. I guess, good job, Milu. All right, good job. Let's get back to business here. Oh, man. Devastation on the side of RQ, but Tianba finally.
Looks happy. He looks happy.
Yeah, he's smiling there. He's like, oh, let me go ahead and make sure we're all good. Okay, now it's time to get back to business. Now you gotta let that heart rate kind of get back to normal.
Yeah, I mean, that's probably one of the quickest 1v4s I have ever seen. Let's take a first-person replay on this one because, goodness me, insane nade. RRQ, honestly, no smokes, no nothing. To be honest, walking into the building like that was mega disrespectful. We have to say that. As a 2-man, very easy nade. You could see it a mile off. But yeah, wonderful stuff from Milu. I think the craziest thing about that is the jump past the doorway into the S12K shots that came through, and then just the pure aggression. My guy was rabid going through that doorway.
And Milu, the man on fire, literally, right? Just putting in that work. He's been doing it all day long for Tianba, you know, and it's much confidence in you, your team. There's a lot. I mean, I am that way. I get a little superstitious, you know.
Yeah.
Sometimes when you do a play like that, I'm like, it's meant to be. We're gonna win this, dude. Like what else do you want?
Well, that's the thing. I mean, I was thinking about it earlier that for Tianba, they're a realistic team that just they've had this momentum. And I think a lot of teams are lacking this right now. It's just confidence in that survival stage to make plays, to make those big moments, because you know if you're not in that top 6, you're going home. You don't have that safety net anymore. If I'm going top 5, at least I'm going to the survival stage. So only 3 of us are going out. Everyone's playing very scared at the moment. Now, I do want to go back to Tianba, though.
Okay.
Because when RRQ was chasing them, in quotation marks, Tianba was actually the ones to re-engage. They re-engaged back onto Longhouse, cut RRQ off, almost goaded them into fighting them. I've never seen anything quite like it, honestly. And to be fair, in that 3v4, it sort of worked. Like, RRQ showed them no respect walking into Longhouse.
Unreal. Vamos. Let's get it going here. You know what? Speaking of going home, it was crazy. This is a little bit of a background, kind of what's going on here. You know, so many people. I mean, Paris has just been such a wonderful place to visit, to be here. These teams are so blessed and love it, right? And the thing is, some of these guys, their hotel rooms are literally booked until tomorrow.
Yep.
Okay, so it's if you make it, you stay here longer. If not, pack your bags. You're going home the next morning, right? So there's no messing around here. You know, this is by far been one of the most incredible stages, places I've had the personal pleasure of visiting, and these guys want to stay here a little bit longer. And you can see Furia, with some beautiful nades there onto KRX. The one to hit. Do they run out and make this play, though? That's the problem, is there's so many shots coming from all over the place. These nades looking deadly, though. Hoxie gets caught. And a
dude, there's some D-range on that nade. I think if that would pop just a little bit later, Hoxie's down.
Eliminated.
Igor's been on fire today, honestly. He's going to back up a little bit. Liu moves up from AGAL, sending some nades on through. Will find the shot as well. He is an absolute tear. Igor has not stopped for a moment today.
Igor with a massive performance. I got the pleasure to see him and his beautiful girlfriend over there by the Eiffel Tower. And he was so stoked there. The love was in the air. And I think with her presence being here, this man is just looking unstoppable.
He's taking all the way. Revo.
No way. Don't jump. Don't do it. Don't do it.
He's baiting out the shots here. It's kind of an interesting one. See? Here's him back off the angle. He's still confusing him, dude. This is crazy stuff. Finally makes it into the building. Good push in. Lost Curio a little bit earlier on. There's the Revo we know and love. No matter what the shot is, it's a massive of it.
Risky play, though, by the way. Dude, that's a straight 1v1, dude. Like, he gets knocked, he's thirsted immediately. But sometimes it takes that, right? Sometimes it takes making those risks.
Couldn't wait. He couldn't wait, though, right? You know, he's baiting off the window. He listens for the sound cue, hears him back it off. Doesn't want to wait for them to reset up in those rooms.
Oh, man. A lot of Wolves have a good spot here. One of those teams that need a good performance if they want to hold on and stay just a little bit longer here in Paris. And let's get this going. We are in the hillside between Los Leones and Impala. Where's the zone going to go, though? Up to the north. Okay, all right. So Furia locked in the middle. Tianba as well. Wolves have a position. And our previous champs, Young Galacticos, on the south side, gonna have to fight their way in.
Yeah, tough push for them. If they try and isolate over towards Geek, because that's a full-on drop-off down towards the warehouses where they're playing. Yangon and Galacticos get some good shots their way, and then maybe swing around over towards 721 GS. Be far easier just to wrap him past Goat, though. Goat's currently moving. Tianba were able to find themselves a decent building. These guys have just... They're just expanding right now. This is very much a lot of pressure coming through from the squad. Furia took some risks. Igor's cancelled all those risks out fairly swiftly. Now they got Alpha 7 over towards their northern edge. I think a lot of teams just do not want to see this one move over towards that northwest side. Dopen's taking a bit of a gamble on the compound that sits in the middle of the fields.
That's that MK. That Bob Barker bringing down here. Didn't have a lot of ammunition for it, though. I think I only saw like 38 rounds. It's going to be a little bit. That's one of the biggest things when it comes to Mirror. Resource management is so important. You got to have that util towards the end game. And sometimes the only way to get that is by looting some boxes.
We get Skewin and looting. And the MK, it hurts. Shoot it as fast as you can click it. But I think for these moments where it's just pure situations where you want to get up in people's face, like the shotgun would be very, very nice here. Schweppes dodging the vehicles, moves out the way, will duck back down again. Look to take some shots over the top side though, but Claus will shut him down. The rest of the arena floundering a little bit. Schweppes on those front lines. Not able to stick up, and Tony K next to fall here. The arena just getting brushed aside.
With the quick thirst as well, the Thai squad in some trouble. All by himself, 0 eliminations. Tries to put something on the board for his team. Quick's gonna throw that nade. That bounce does hit him up a little bit. Another piece of util, and Joker barely surviving that. And that burn, baby, burn. That is E-Arena out. Al-Ula with 3 eliminations, controlling the north side.
ဟုတ်လားအဲ့ဒါဆိုရင်ကျွန်တော်တွေးမိတဲ့လောက်ကကိုလိုချင်တဲ့ပုံစံမျိုးမျိုးပေးပြီးတော့ဆိုရွေးပို့လို့ရှိရင်ကောင်းဖို့တယ်ဟောသူကတော့မင်းနော်သူ့ဘာမိုက်ဒီကဒီနေ့ညညကျွန်တော်ရောင်းအောင်လို့နော်
add some more points to their tally. Not meant to be though. Yangon Galacticos, they did swing over the top side of 721 GS. We're looking for those teams moving up from behind. Smile does take a knock on the back lines though. There's 2 down for this squad. This is a rough fight between the 2 of them. QZ, I don't know how he hits that shot, but he does. That's right from the center of the map. He is sending letters off to the very corners of Miramar.
Making it happen. QZ, 20-year-old Chinese superstar. He was the MVP of the PUBG Mobile Macau Invitational, even though they didn't end up winning it. It looks like Milu, though, is really performing so well. You know, that's hyping him up, saying, all right, it's time for me to start putting in some work as well. Next zone does pop. Tianba are going to be in this next circle, so is Fudia. Ooh, catch a break here, and they honestly need it. They've had a really rough day. They don't have 2 players up, but they have a central position. Not the best one though, because everybody's going to be looking right at it.
For them to get
some steals, we'll see. But looking on the south side, not in zone. Goat going to have to push on up. Yangon Galacticos right.
And you know people going to get Yangon Galacticos, some mine, don't talk. I don't some mine, I'm at that.
Cloud is completely out here.
Yeah, Lidai, Jodara, Lidai.
As I said before, no one really wanted this with the head over towards that northwest side. Sadly, it does. We'll see just how much it cuts in the near future.
Lidai, don't. Lidai, don't. Joza.
Final couple of zones.
Oh shit, bit out here. Ah, somebody.
Gets behind the vehicle at least. We'll see if he does get flushed off the back of that one.
Okay, Romeo Labia, Romeo. Ah, you're not only Labia, Queen Young.
Think twice about taking that engagement. Killer Joe out inside the smoke might just be the one to take down Romeo afterwards.
Pero bueno, mas zone này cứu sai đã, cứu cho đồ sai nó cái này phim này mày cho Romeo bảo rồi yeah. Mà nó quay gì à, liệt toa bị yeah.
Some shots. 721 GS, you can see the look on their faces. These guys are locked in right here. 7 eliminations so far. This could be another good game for them. They are climbing up those leaders.
They know now's the
It's funny going from the 8 times to the M249 with the red dot. I mean, he is really mixing and matching. What kind of range is he's working with? Gets a bit more ammo online. Force does need to get picking up though. Nongshim Red Force sending down towards the south side. They picked up Force. Don't know if Goat's going to get too involved on this one, but Nongshim definitely looking for some more points. Will re-knock him.
Fuchs, man, putting in that work here. And we see Revo get a knock on a 721 GS. They're battling it out with them. They want this spot here on the east side. Heads up to Rian all by himself. Revo is ready to say, you know what? Let's not just run in blind. Let's use some of this util. Bang! Oh, but they do end up getting one player down. Got to be careful here. Another nade! Will barely survive it. Alpha 7 cannot afford to go down here.
Look, the move from side, great shot. Revo walks directly into it, and now Alpha 7 in a spot above it. Good shot though, coming out from Guizhou, keeping the team alive in this moment. Alpha 7 needs another shot. Good tag, but no flush, no knock. Here's the first aid. We'll keep putting the pressure on, and good stuff from Guizhou. An incredible clutch here. So important for Alpha 7.
And there is Nongshim. Red Force eliminated as GOAT survived here. Fights happening all over the place. That was a huge break for the side of Alpha 7 and GOAT, as they are going to get a full reset. You can see the frustration for some of these players here as we are in the second to last match of day one. Only one more left to go, but this is a critical one.
Tiamba went down to 3 players much earlier in the game, and they're still kicking around down towards that southeast side. Furia also playing from Showhouse were able to get some good work done. Igor, mate, Igor's is just unreal today. I do not know what's gone into him.
I know.
Yep.
He had that twinkle in his eye yesterday. I'll tell you that right now. He said, you know what, baby? I'm gonna pop off tomorrow. And it looks like he is doing it. Silence has got that P90 as well. Furia looking rock solid here in the end game. Let's see how they're going to be able to finish it out. They're currently in 3rd place. Trying to throw some util towards Alpha 7. Now it's a battle between the Brazilian Brotherhood here. It's A7 versus Furia. Revo getting pieced up, but he's driving that Murado up close and personal. But Igor says, no, sir, not today.
Igor skates on the bonnet of a vehicle, now looks to send down another. Will be finally taken down, but Fury is putting in the work. Revo sent sky high by a nade, essentially shunted him further towards Fury in the situation. Knows he can't do it now because he's getting shot at by so many sets up behind the trailer, but it's Aaron. But well-placed shot from distance to take the rest of Alpha 7 down. Not a bad result for them, but 8th place is not going to give you many placements overall.
They're going to put something on the board, and that's honestly what they need to do. They're currently in 4th place. That's going to be good enough. As long as you're in that top 6, that is all that matters. That's going to keep you in this tournament just a little bit longer. Tiamba, though, they're still in this game. Furia as well. It's a huge opportunity for them to start soaking up some points and make a big gap going into the last game.
I don't know, man. PUBG Mobile team seems to have blessed Ulf right now. They've just got 2 loot crates dropped on top of them. Yeah, absolutely. It feels like shining lights all around them. 777s.
They need it, honestly. I see Catch walking in here with a Band-Aid on his hand. He's like, you know what? I take all the breaks I can get, you know?
MG3 as well. I mean, drop some smokes on the other one. Get out of there, honestly.
They got a nice setup right here. They got a blown-up car, buggy on the other side, hay bales on either side of them. So they are dead center. Should be able to get some solid placement points. Who's going to win this game, though? That's the question. You got Dopeness up top. But with Dopeness so far not making too much noise. They have the position. I think it's time for them to start getting some aggression going as this next zone does pop. And it's in the wide open field. And Ulf have the coverage here. Let's see what they can do with it.
We'll see. I mean, it might be Tiamba time. It may actually be Tiamba time. As a 2-man, we'll see how Ulf can hold off these other squads, but it's the spot, right? It is the spot. People see there's loot crates around it. You are going to see some big crashes coming in soon. And the first one is going to be gold.
They want it. Can Ulf hold it? Scarface with the MG3. They got the weapons, but Killer Joe is up close and personal. But it is Ulf that is able to take him down. The duo putting in work.
Wolves also looking over towards this location. Milu's going to swing wide down towards that southern edge. Teams aren't capitalizing off the back of this one. Finally, they're going to be next to face. Can Scarface make this one work? We'll stop short, actually. The vehicle's smoking, flames pouring out the front.
They get in the zone. That's all that matters, right? They got some coverage with their vehicles. Ulf now barely holding a spot, but Aaron, are you kidding me? Ulf from the central position being so dangerous. Silence, you gotta move, bro. You gotta move. Ooh, barely escaping those nades. That hay bale coming in clutch. Finally, Silence able to put a little bit of suppressive fire here. Oh, and he gets the knock on the Scarface.
That's the MG3 down right now. Might be the thing that saved them before, but it's not in play anymore. Molotov over the top. See if he can sink this one just about right. It's a little far. Might spread. Still taking some little shots here and there. Tiamba, in the meantime, were just backing off the Wolves, who have sent themselves crashing into Adalah on the western side. Dopeness.
Realizing
that, guys, we've got to get a move on from this northern edge. We've got to control this.
Our points, our sweet, sweet points getting taken away by all these teams pushing in, but Dopeness getting it done finally. They are getting in the action. 5 eliminations from them. How many more are they going to try to get? Let's see. We got Tiamba as well. They have been waiting, and now starting to get into the action. Furia again, just throwing them long nades. That is going to get Scarface out. It's just Aaron up for the squad. Let's see what he can do.
Gorgeous little bouncer there for Ulf, though. We expected way more out of this squad. They're currently on 21 points. The placement points alone will be very, very good, depending on how many more teams do go down. Dopeness trying to split out right now in a 2-2. They're going to try and regroup and take the task over towards Furia on the eastern side. Milu, though, trying to go for some shots. Won't quite tag on. The vehicle does get cut up in the process, though.
Woo! Tight looks here on the side of Milu. Milu has been on fire today. One of the craziest 1v4s of the tournament. Already in the bag. Be nice to continue with that and get this chicken dinner here and lock down that spot.
Well,
the finals.
We said 20 points. 20 points was realistically what they were looking at for the last 2 matches of the day. Get up towards 80, and then it's super difficult to drop out. Aaron,
how?
The flames around him. Nade goes long. First one's a good knock over towards Silence here.
Oh,
On the sides, has to work with, but there's absolutely no way he's making it happen. Milu's been watching this the entire time. However, instantaneously, Tiamba is looking to cause problems. They're trying to send nades down this way, clean out these players. They were able to get the res off. This nade goes a little bit too far to the side.
Furia now starting to loot up. Looks like they're really low on meds here. They would have been using them already if they had them, but now Eagle, he's got that nade. Furia got to be careful here. All it takes is that one. It's looking pretty good. Oh, just a little overcooked there. Buggy now blown up. Silence getting caught by Milu. Milu is just making it happen here from this angle and just tearing Furia apart.
It's the Milu QZZ show right now. Another nade, look to send it through and towards the middle. It certainly has been Tiamba time today. And I don't think we're stopping the clock just yet. Igor underneath.
Oh!
Milu tries to regroup the rest of the team. Not a possibility. Speaker will find them. That offense is absolutely deadly, and now Dopeness from that northern edge. They're going to start to spread out on this one. It's the right call from them. Plenty of little bits of hard cover to play from that northern side. They can continue to squeeze these two teams now.
Eagle trying to pop up, make something happen with that M4. Lufa with that disgusting angle on that tractor. And yeah, he has his car right behind him, so he goes and pops into it. Going to be pushing up little by little. Dopeness had the angles. Furia is dead stuck in the spot and just avoiding these nades. All those vehicles coverage is just working out so well for them. And QZZ forced to inch up little by little and getting punished there by Kenji.
Kenji will take down QZZ as well as Eagle from distance. Now Furia, a lot of work to do here. Eagles, who has been a man on a mission to impress today, now looking to do it again here, but there's only 2 players left. Dopeness on 9 eliminations. Nade goes long, will not. He finds the first. We'll go for the flush on this one. Every single point counts, and Egos will find at least one more at the end of the game. But it's Dopeness from the north side to take the win.
Oh man, and did they need it. You can see the sigh of relief. These guys popping off, they deserve that chicken dinner, and this could be the start of their run towards the finals. Let's get it going. Dopeness, man, did they need that one. Yeah, you can see Furia dapping him up. Igor looking good, my man. That is how you get it done.
Yeah, honestly, Furia is looking good today. This is the Furia we expected and wanted whilst watching inside the groups. It's a tough game. That's a tough game to play there.
ပြန်လာတော့ပြီးတော့ပြန်တက်လာပြီ
They had some of the zone towards the early